Hey everyone, I'm here today with Jeff Freedman. He's a volunteer at SCORE, and what these guys do for our Puget Sound area is just nothing short of simply amazing. These guys help entrepreneurs and small business owners like me and you guys to be able to navigate these murky waters that we walk into blind and just assume if we go on YouTube and Google, we have all the answers. But these guys are tried and true. They are volunteers. They're there, willing to help you guys out with actual answers from the guidelines, from the actual book. So to speak, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Uh,
At
so
least the mouth.
Exactly, exactly. So, Jeff, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do here.
Sure, sure. Good afternoon to everyone. I have been with SCORE now for a little bit over 5 years. My brother and son and I had a store up in Seattle for a while. They still have the store. I retired, so joined SCORE and brought my background of finance and retail and credit and all of those good things into the organization. So happy to mentor with you on just about any subject.
Gotcha, gotcha. How so what topics do you guys cover when you're mentoring? I know I reached out to Score before and they helped me out with my marketing, which is actually why we're doing this podcast now. This is one of the ideas that they gave me. So I can't say that it doesn't work. So so what programs do you guys offer? What
We we offer just about anything having to do with business. Sometimes we'll even deal with non-business issues. You're going to start a business, but mentally you're just not quite focused to becoming a risk taker, and it does take a certain amount of risk to turn the key and start the project. But all sorts of businesses, all sorts of services and products, from an idea in the mind all the way up to the brick and mortar store, and even after you've started your business, we'll guide you through the whole thing.
wow, so it's just step by step by step.
Absolutely,
That's amazing.
at your pace, not ours.
Oh wow, it's like a one-stop shop. Like I can't believe it. It just astonishes me. Like such a great program exists, and it's like people aren't talking about it as much. Like it should be something that is. I don't know. It should. You got. Well, I imagine you guys don't do any kind of advertising or anything like that.
Not really. A lot of it is word of mouth. We are an affiliate of the Small Business Administration, so they will refer people to us. Banks refer people to us. Other affiliates of the SBA will refer people to us, and just whatever can show up on Facebook or just people hear about us, and that's how we start.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So if somebody wanted to contact you guys directly, I mean, what would be the best way? Is there a long process to get started or anything?
It's a piece of cake, actually. You can call us. Would you like the phone number now?
Yes, please. If you
Okay, phone number is 855-685-0166. We have a website that is tacoma.score.org. And we also have email, and we love email. That is score.tacoma@gmail.com, and you can send us requests. I need help with this or that, and we will get back to you. Generally, we either mentor by telephone, email, or face-to-face Zoom like this. Face-to-face seems to be a little better because we can dig into the details, whereas on a telephone, not so much. But you tell us what you want, tell us a little bit about what you're trying to do, and we'll go to town.
outstanding. And
Yeah,
guys, we'll have that information that he just gave you, the web address, the email, the phone number. We'll have that in the description below and right under Jeff's face there. You'll see it sitting there right now. So yeah, thank you for that information.
sure.
So what prompted you to really become a volunteer? Like, I mean, that's not something it doesn't sound like something that's part-time. It sounds like something that you really give a lot to, and I appreciate it. I think it's great.
Thank you. Yeah,
What prompts you to do so?
it's what we want to put into it. SCORE is totally voluntary, as you mentioned, and people can put in, our mentors can put in an hour a week, an hour a month. Um, I'm the chapter chair, which is kind of the local area organization, and I put in about 15 hours at least a week, but that's just way over the top. It's what you want to put into it and what you want to give out. Having owned a store, I wanted to give back to the people as much as I could.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow! That's just amazing. That is amazing. How would you? What would you say is the biggest question, or the most frequently asked question that new entrepreneurs come in asking?
Yeah. New entrepreneurs, a lot of them want to start food trucks or restaurants, or that seems to be the hot topic right now, along with everything else, which is really cool. That at least people have ideas in their minds. For those people who are in businesses now, it's just surviving this COVID thing. The government's got COVID loans available, trying to help people through those waters. Just questions all over the place. Simple things like, how do I advertise? Simple things like, how do I put a business plan together? All sorts of things to get them started. That's what we love.
Wow, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So are you guys, is Score only here in the Puget Sound area? Or you guys, um,
Score is national. We have about 13,000 national volunteers. We're broken down by chapters within cities. We have us in Tacoma, one in Spokane, one in Seattle, a couple others here in Washington State, and then we have them nationally across all of the states.
wow, wow, and these are all volunteers just willing
They're
to
all
give.
volunteers and we all network with each other. So if I can't, for example, find a particular resource or an answer, I can go to someplace else and find the answer. We have a national website, score.org, which is just an absolute treasure trove of information. You have an idea in your mind, but you can't get it out on paper. Go to score.org. They've got the resources to pick your brain.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. Hey, so there's a common question, and I would love to hear your answer on it. We're always urged to create a business plan. Now, the benefits of a business plan, of course, you need one to open a business bank account. You need one for loans, for grants. Now, how often do you think that a business plan should be revised, checked on, and yeah, pretty much revised? How
Yeah.
often you need? Some people say quarterly, some people say yearly. What do you got? What do you think?
Well, you need to think about what you're going to use a business plan for. You don't need a plan to open a business account, a checking account. All you need there are some other documents from the IRS and the Secretary of State, depending on the type of business. But a business plan, think of it as a roadmap. You're not going to drive from here to Seattle on the back road without some kind of a map. Same with your business. You're going to get the basics of your business down. To start out with, you may look at it almost daily to see if what you're doing is consistent with the plan. We used to look at our plan every month, actually, with our financial results and see if it was consistent. We also did it quarterly and annually.
Okay.
But if you have something that changes in your business, you have a brainstorm that you want to start a new type of business within your business or new product or service, you go back to your business plan and say, does this really gel with what we've got in our plan?
Gotcha,
That
gotcha,
seems to work.
gotcha, gotcha. So, guys,
Yeah.
major changes. If you have a major change, revise that business plan.
Yep.
Revise it.
Yep.
All right. So, I have another big question.
Sure.
Actually, it is great. I thank you for answering these because I was just checking through Facebook and I'm in a lot of small business groups and I see these questions that people ask and it's like
And we see you all over the place, which is great.
I'm so glad that you're able to address these, and this video gets in front of them, and it's gonna stop people from making these huge mistakes at the beginning and then paying for them on the back end.
We
And
hope so. Yeah.
one of the main ones is LLC and S corp, C corp. What am I doing? Should I just stay a sole proprietor? And it's usually for tax purposes. But what do you suggest? Say I'm a I see a lot of online vendors, cosmetics. What do you suggest for these
Yeah.
people?
Well, the number one thing you need to think about is the risk involved in your business. The middle L in LLC is liability. If you have an art gallery, for example, your risk is so much less than a restaurant or a cosmetics maker as opposed to a cosmetics retailer. In an art gallery, somebody may trip on the front door or something like that. In the case of food, you have food poisoning, production, and all of that stuff. You want as much protection as possible. That's that L because you're basically creating another person. When it gets to somebody complaining about you, they're going to complain about a piece of paper, your corporation papers, rather than you individually. Much rather have that. I'd rather have the paper be liable than you. So that's, I think, the first thing that you need to think about. Taxes would be second, but most important is the liability.
Wow. Thank
I
you.
think so.
Thank you. That you just painted a huge picture, like put it into terms that anyone can understand. That is amazing. Like, yeah,
I hope so. A lot of clients say, I absolutely have to have an LLC. Absolutely. And we say, okay, tell me what you're doing. And they say, well, we're not doing anything really exciting or, that type of thing. And we'll say, okay, let's look at what could possibly go wrong. And from there, if you have a sole proprietorship, that's just you being the owner, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And if something goes wrong, it's on your personal insurance, it's on your personal tax return, all of that stuff. That's something that you need to consider versus letting the piece of paper do the talking for you.
definitely, definitely. I love that. Yeah, that's huge. That is huge. I don't think a lot of people consider that. They just, like you said, I just have to have an LLC. Once I see that LLC behind my name, it's official.
I'm golden.
It's official. I mean, because that INC for incorporated, that LLC at the end of your name gives you that stamp of approval. I'm gonna be accepted. Like I'm a business now officially. But yeah, but I think a lot of us don't sit and think about, especially what that second L is, liability.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, you don't think about that. Thank you, thank you. SWOT analysis.
Oh, SWOT analysis.
Wasn't
SWOT,
expecting that one, were you?
SWOT analysis is really good in that it kind of highlights your business and what you're really good at and what you're really bad at and the various changes and obstacles and opportunities. And I kind of like it maybe to start, but I'm not a real huge fan of it, and I'm sure there's others that are going to say, go away. But everybody's got their different techniques. There's another one called the business model canvas, which is out there, which is another way of looking at your opportunities, your obstacles, the challenges that you have, all of these types of things. So there's a number of different ways. Dartboards are really good ways of figuring out what you got going on. A number of different ways of looking at it.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm SWOT analysis. I don't know. I love them. because it, like you said, it just constantly puts my weaknesses out there all the time. So it's something for me to work at all the time, which also lets me look at my threats. You know, weaknesses and threats go hand in hand. So
And it's not a bad thing to have weaknesses. It just means that there are areas that you can improve on. You cannot be the master of everything, so sometimes you might want to get a partner or a consultant or somebody to help you tune up your business or something. Nothing
definitely,
wrong with that.
definitely. And so when you ran your business, how important were competitor analysis for you? Was this something that you took very seriously, that you were constantly going over all the time?
We were in a market of 8 major competitors in the Seattle market, two of whom were like Sears and Home Depot a
Ooh,
block away from us.
oh wow,
We're in the home appliance industry, so we had to think about that all the time. So we developed our business to be much more personal, to be much more consumer oriented. That what does the consumer want when they buy, let's say, a refrigerator? Do you want it just delivered to your driveway and say goodbye, thanks? Do you want it installed, the old one hauled away? So we looked at what Home Depot, what Sears, what the competitors were doing, and we tried to do better.
and that's amazing. That's amazing because this show, this web series, Net Builders, it is designed to get entrepreneurs out in the forefront and stop sitting in the shadow of Walmarts and Amazons and these big corporations. Because entrepreneurs and small business owners are, in fact, the backbone of this great nation, and they're drowned out by these big companies, you know. But I love what you said. You took that you took these big companies and you actually exposed their weakness there. And in the sense of what you said, they don't have that personal feeling, that personal touch. So guys, what I'm getting out of this is don't be intimidated when you're competing against these big companies. There's always something that they're doing, and the fact that they have scaled and grew so much, it's they pretty much walk around with poked out puffy chest. You know, they can't be touched because they're everywhere. But there are little tiny things that they're not doing that you can do. So instead of backing down from them, actually find out what they are and provide that. You know, value always trumps products at all times.
Yeah,
Provide that extra value.
and use those big companies as a learning experience. For example, you see these Amazon trucks all over, little tiny Amazon trucks.
Mhm.
Perfect way for you to do your deliveries as opposed to a big monster truck. And Amazon gave us a great idea there. The point of sale systems, the various ways that they deal with their customers, leech on to these bigger companies and learn from them as well.
Definitely. I love
Yeah,
that. I love
yeah,
that. That's hey, this has been a great conversation.
good.
What's the biggest takeaway you have for the audience? What do you think the biggest point they should be taking away today is?
Biggest point is let the stuff in your brain get onto paper and talk to somebody about it. Don't let it just sit there in your head. We wouldn't have people like Benjamin Franklin, Henry Ford, Elon Musk. We wouldn't have those people if everything sat in their head. Get it down and talk to somebody.
Wow, that's
Absolutely.
you're right. You're completely right. You're completely right. Well, Jeff, that's all the time that we have right now. This has been a great conversation with
My
you.
pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine, and I know that our audience is going to get so much value from this. You guys, the links in the description, and also under Jeff's picture there. Please, if you are in doubt, if you're in doubt, any questions at all, give these guys a call. They will help you. They will not steer you wrong, and keep thinking big ideas. Keep pushing forward. Keep dreaming big.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a good one. Thanks again, Jeff.
Pleasure.
All right.